What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 10 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, Arkhan has taken Khemri and sent Cetra the Imperishable, quite perishable in fact, back to the grave. It looks like we will be getting Khemri, or holding Khemri ourselves, and we will have access to the Golden Host of Machrok here when it reaches level 3, which is a Nehekara Warriors unit, and it's got a decent amount of armor as well. I guess this is what we get out of here instead of Cetra's, the Hawk Legion of Tra, which is also a Nehekara Warriors units. Yeah, I guess these guys really like all of these Nehekara Warriors here, but nonetheless, we're starting to acquire these special locations that will enable us to build the special units. So Golden Host of Machrok out here, and then of course the Black Pyramid gives us the access to the Sepulchrex, the special unit of Ushabti, and from the last time I played Arkhan, I recall that these guys are quite good. And these Ushabti, so I'm excited to get to use them again. And then of course Arkhan's own Whites of Stonewrath Tarn. We gotta collect them all, and we gotta use them all, because they'll add more variety to our armies, in addition to all of the Vampire Coast and Vampire Council units. Lovely. I'm excited. I really love this outpost system and what it does for older campaigns, and how different they are compared to how they originally played. But anyway, rant aside, let's get to it. Arkhan, you have leveled up, and just in case you get attacked by the Exiles of Khorne here, we're gonna give you some points. Specifically, I guess we gotta give you the Wind of Death. We can't not have Wind of Death, it's just too good. I will think about getting Curse of Years as well, but we'll see what we've got in terms of points. It is only 8, and it does last 30 seconds. It's not a bad spell here. We'll probably get Curse of Years as well. I mean, Arkhan might as well be using it. We'll also have to get martial prowess rather relatively shortly, and damn. Well, we're not going through the blue line, that's for sure. I'm just getting more and more worried about actually having enough points to get everything we want, because we want Necrostrike and Greater Arcane Conduit, and we can't have an army without Resurrect. Yeah, this is the problem with hybrid lords that are combatant and caster. There's just not enough points to go around. Anyway, we have the Tomb Prince Berekt, who've been with us for a while now, and finally we have access to the Air Command. Of course, we can only pick one. Honestly, feel like you should be able to use both at the same time, because the Dominance only is effective if you're winning, and the Persevere is only effective if you're losing. Now, in terms of what we do, I think, well, usually Air Command Persevere is probably the better way to go for the melee defense. On the other hand, generally speaking, Tomb Kings are pretty defensive already, and if we use our Tomb Prince to charge in with our Cav, then most likely we'll be getting more benefit out of the extra attack as well. I also wanted to check, if we check you, so you got 55 melee defense base. Yeah, so it's basically lose less or win harder. If you're already winning, you get it. But also, I like the fact that it's Air Command Dominance. I feel like we would pick that because Arkhan. There should be an Air Command hat by itself as well. Anyway, let's get back to this. You, Mr. Necrotect, I guess are going to go for Disciple of Walat. Granted, Disciple of Sokth is quite good, and the Scorpion armor in particular makes you quite a lot stronger. But the thing is, you are in Arkhan's army, and you should probably buff up those direwolves and carrion and such. On the other hand, though, because the Disciple of Sokth makes you significantly more damage resistant, and every single effect in the Disciple of Walat is actually faction-wide, we may actually be better off on taking Disciple of Walat on Necrotects that aren't field Necrotects, but rather Necrotects that are going to be bonuses for boost income for several provinces. So maybe we'll take Disciple of Sokth instead. I know it seems odd, but all of these bonuses are faction-wide, and they don't necessarily need to be in this army. And if he's going to stay on this chariot, he's going to need that Scorpion armor bonus, I think. Yeah. 15% ward save is quite significant. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. King Sanakt, you can get some points as well, mostly because, once again, I do expect that we will be attacked here. You can have... So you're prepared, therefore you're gonna get the Arrows of Asaph. Pretty much inevitable that we do. And which one of these benefits range units? Skeleton Archers and Sepulchral Stalkers. Oh, we could put you... We could make an army here with a bunch of Sepulchral Stalkers and a bunch of Skeleton Archers. I do kind of like that. And the ambush success chance is nice as well. The other option would be Geheb, the God of Earth, but ironically, while it does buff the Ushabti with Great Bow, it doesn't buff their range at all. Yeah, so obviously the Asaph is going to be the way to go for ranged units. I'm going to be mimicking, I guess, High Queen Kalida's army a little bit. Yeah, alright, makes sense to me. You, Esphir, you're level 12 now, which is lovely because we now have access to Keeper of Lore. Ah, more research rate. Gotta get more Lich Priest just for that research rate. And then Incantation Preservation, of course. Do you need Mortuary Cultist right now? Probably not. At least not right now. We do probably want to get Disciple of Osirian, however, for the free unit. Does anybody ever use Disciple of Tra? I just feel like the free unit is just better. I understand that this is an explosion and it does allow our unit to escape, but, well, you could also just not get him into bad situations and not have him fight in any infantry. It's not like he has a contact effect that will need you to send him into melee. But anyway, once again, I digress. Let's give you... Wait, do you need replenished troops? Yeah, I should probably start moving through it. Go ahead, buddy. Alright. I also think we still probably want to get another Lich Priest and Arkhan's army. You're also level 12, but you have the good stuff, but you can still get replenished troops. It's still needed. As long as you all have Canopic Jar Holder, you're all fine. Now, is there anything else that we need to do this turn, or are we ready to go next and see whether Mr. Arvax here tries to attack us? We could move Arkhan out and do some more recruiting. I was actually thinking we might want to take the Blessed Legion of the... They have corroded armor. It is quite good, but Arkhan isn't really relying on ranged units, and this could be a ringer ranged unit for this particular army. Yeah, you know what, I think we'll do that. And another reason I wanted to do that was we could transfer Arkhan this Tomb Guard unit for a little while. He doesn't need them permanently, but he can make use of them for now. Let's take out one of these. Oh wow, that took out 2 of those. Okay, my bad. I thought that would only do 1. You guys can, I guess, transfer units... Not now? Okay, fine. I could transfer units next turn. I guess you could get a new unit on the field. It won't be the Ushabti, I think. I think we'll use King Araru to get the Ushabti. Though on the other hand, while you're here... Wait, are you actually able to enter this settlement? Let me just see here. No, you're not. Nah, you can stand outside and recruit. Screw it. Get 2 Ushabti on the field. And we'll still have to give you the archers, so we'll take something else out as well. We can just recruit what we don't have. Alrighty, everything else I think is good, so unless we need to do some diplomacy... And we're ready to end the turn. That's gonna be a no. Actually, wait, Silver Host. It's gonna get destroyed by Kalida, although, how much money would you give us for this? We don't want the trade agreement, we want this. You'd be willing to give us... 1,200 gold, really not that much. Is it worth it to piss off more factions around us? Probably not. I don't think we care enough about this. Alright, let's see if there's anything else that's useful. The Drowned could do a defensive alliance, but you know what? Maybe parts of Sartosa. A defensive alliance with them may come in handy. They're already fighting who they're gonna fight in the near future. So I think that's fine. We'll hold off on the military alliance with the Dread Fleet for now, but we will get it eventually. And the Drowned, we'll see if they survive. I've never seen Silostra survive, so I frankly doubt that she will. But we'll see.
I'm a pirate.
Let's do
of course you can trust
Pirates
me
of
and my crew.
Sartosa.
Yes.
Alright, and we will obviously, with you, start getting allegiance as well. Alright, oh, and we gotta get that frickin' Skull Island. You... Outpost, and we are able to build it at Sartosa directly. Very nice. Oh, wait, we can recruit man-eaters from here? Well, that's just swell. That might come in handy as well. Granted, they're not undead units. I'll think about it. We may still want to get some ogre units just for fun. Alright, I think that's about all that we need to do for now. Hero not moved. Who is that? Oh, that's Hetikor. Yeah, Hetikor doesn't really need to move right now. I mean, I guess he could go out this way a little bit further, and oh, I just had another idea. How many more turns until we can get the Great Incantation of Tra 2? Yeah, we could go to Qatar for that. Alright, I don't see Scarby. I'd love to fight his army, but anyway, unassigned skill points, skip building upgrade available, skip because we've already checked those. Let's go next turn. Alrighty, oh no, damn. I thought it was Scarby come to play, but it's Arvax, he just moved away. Looks like King Karis is going to be raiding. Aranessa, what do you want? You want us to join the war against Telia. No point in doing so. The AI will probably just sail down towards us and annoy us. Looks like King Jokt will be able to go after King whoever here, who I assume has taken a lot of attrition damage already, but we'll see how much and whether this army is viable enough to take him out in a second. Alrighty, Sword of Cain claimed by Avalorn. It does seem like Avalorn gets the Sword of Cain a lot, but it's probably due to their positioning. Clan Pestilence has confederated with Clan Spittle, which is not actually necessarily a bad thing for us, mostly because Clan Spittle was at war with us, and hello, Thorek. And oh wow, what the heck happened to you? Did he kill Manny? No. Manny's out here. Looks like he's gonna threaten Sudenburg. Interesting. We really want to kill you, Thorek, but we can't reach you, which is kind of a problem. He's not going to be willing to fight Arkhan, that's another issue. Alright, how do we do this? We could try an ambush, but I suspect that he's going to start moving to his own territory. Khemri? Okay, you know what? Let's try this. You can't reach the enemy here. So what we'll do is we'll go to ambush. Oh, I would have loved to have taken Numos, but we can still go back to it after. Going to ambush. Right beside Thorek. Somehow I doubt he's gonna go here, but who knows. It may work. Oh, damn, did we move too close? Is it gonna get foiled because I moved too close? Hopefully not, we shall see. Can Black Pyramid defend itself? Might want to stay here, actually. Well, you do have to get another Tomb Guard operational anyway, and you cannot recruit Tomb Guards, so, yeah. How damaged are you? You're actually not that damaged. You are, however, winded because you're in a raiding stance. So the question here is King Jokt's army going to be enough, or do we have to send King Araru as well? Now, if King Araru moves here, he won't have enough movement space to get back to the Black Pyramid. We have a lot of Nehekara warriors, but the problem is, how would we bring down their chariots? They'd just go through our battle lines and we'd have a difficult time stopping them. And those Hawk Legion also make me nervous. Now, we could summon the Eyes of the Desert here to help us out. That would probably clinch the win for this army, but do we want to summon them? Especially here, when we're probably better off giving them to King Sanacht. I guess they could always transfer them. Yeah, maybe that's the way we do it. Just rely on the transfer. Alright, I think that'll be the idea. You can keep the fell bats, but let's get rid of one of the skeleton spears. And don't really care which one. And we'll get the Eyes of the Desert, and then we'll transfer. These are Sepulchral Stalkers, and they could always use more ammunition because they have very, very little. Also, let's keep building the blood pools. We do want more control. Actually, it doesn't increase the control. But we do want the Screaming Skull catapults either way, so yeah. And let's just do the buildings while we're here, and before I inevitably forget everything. Land of Assassins, you are good and you are in worship of Tra. We'll be able to upgrade Lashik shortly. And just to double check, you're in worship of Asaf and you are in worship of Tra as well. You can switch to Asaf later. And Black Tower of Arkhan, you can build something here. I guess it's going to... we could go for the Fated Pyramidion right now, mostly to build the Golden Age Monument and increase nearby growth. Or we could just straight up increase growth. The problem with going for the Lone Column and the Fated Pyramidion is that the, well, debuffs A, B, Canopic Jar loss. You know what, I think we just go straight regular growth building. We also did want the Grave Hill here. What's our growth at? 106? If we build a bunch of growth buildings here, and we could go straight for the Grave Hill and have easier access to stuff. You know what, maybe that's the way to do it. What's our capacity at right now? We can get many bats, we can get a couple wolves, we're out of crypt ghouls though. Yeah, alright. King Jock, it's time for you to fight, not Arkhan maybe, but I'm willing to bet that the enemy won't wuss out of this one. Let's put you into Corrupted Dynasty's stance, and I assume the enemy will fight. He is not going to run, looks like a Pyrrhic victory, a result, and... Huh, he has Tombswarm. Why does he have Tombswarm? Is this a, was this a right that does this? I keep forgetting. I think it's a right. Alright, well that's fine. You're going to get your White King. We have a little bit of bonus strength for the bats, though I'm not sure who will be using them on here in this particular situation. And the Eyes of the Desert with their anti-large are going to have to try to do a lot of work in stopping those damn skeleton chariots and maybe firing their unique weapon or their special weapon into the backs of the Hawk Legion. And that's the plan anyway. Let's see if it survives contact with the enemy. Alrighty, here we go. I'm excited for this particular battle. This isn't Arkhan's force, and we can't rely on just wrecking face with our Hex Wraiths or with Arkhan's infinite summons. Well, maybe not infinite, but many, many, many summons. So we're going to have to work for this victory. We're also facing off against the Hawk Legion of Cetra, where, let's see if I can find them here. Here we go, Hawk Legion of Cetra, trying to take revenge for their doomed lord. Let's see if they can manage to do so. And these are in fact Nehekara warriors with sword and shield rather than the dual sword variety that we have, which is pretty interesting. That said, our own Nehekara warriors are at 5142 and in fact outstats the enemy Hawk Legion of Cetra. Why? Because we have our frickin' corpse cart with Balefire providing them with Vigor Mortis. The ones without Vigor Mortis are lower in melee defense, but hopefully we can blob up around the corpse cart where needed. Now, what we're going to try to do here is try to make the best use we can of our ringers, i.e. our summoned Eyes of the Desert. The goal here is to have them hopefully connect with the enemy chariots and destroy them outright before the enemy can get any mileage out of them. We're going to achieve this by having our Lord and our White King charge the chariots directly and hopefully hold the chariots back by hitting them in the back with bats. While they're held in place, we will try to charge them with the Eyes of the Desert and hopefully kill them before the rest of the extremely slow-moving skeleton warriors and Nehekara warriors can react. Let's see if it pans out. Here comes the Tomb King and the White King. This is definitely one of those situations where we are happy that the Tomb Kings are a slow-moving faction because they can't do too much. And man, I really once again love the White King's color scheme here. It works really well, the black and yellow. A little Bumblebee-like, but still, I do like it. And here we go. He's destroyed his first chariots, and the bats hit the chariots in the back. So that pops them or sticks them in place, and this allows our Sepulchral Stalkers to move in and start applying those monstrous anti-large halberds that they have. There we go. Should be taking out these chariots as long as the bats stay. Granted, the bats will start dropping reasonably quickly, so we have to make, hopefully, quick work of the enemy here. And it looks like one of the chariots is already basically broken, the one that got attacked by the White King, so he looks like he's pretty good at killing chariots himself. Our Tomb King is also working on him, together with the Sepulchral Stalkers, and it looks like the enemy will be short 3 full chariot units after this. The regular skeleton chariots are trying to get out, but hopefully we can chase them down. We can hit them with the bats again if needed, but nope, it looks like one of them was still engaged, or they tried to cycle charge. I don't know, but it's not gonna happen. There we go, you get them, Eyes of the Desert. Alrighty, looks like it was already worth it to summon this unit up, and the enemy's got some reinforcements moving in, some skeleton spears and Hawk Legion, etc., so we will have to be careful and will thus back our Hawk or our Eyes of the Desert away. They are fairly quick moving at 75 speed and are basically as fast as slower cabs, so like Chaos Knights and stuff, so we can freely escape from the very slow skeleton spears as needed. That said, if the enemy army is going to separate itself like this, we may as well take advantage. We're going to start taking those special shots with the Eyes of the Desert with their special ammunition, and that does quite a lot of damage with the shotgun-like attacks towards enemy infantry blobs. It would actually be better if the enemy blobbed up with even more infantry, but we can still take advantage and hopefully take out these units while the White King and the Tomb King hold. Also, I really like the lighting effects on that weapon, so, yeah. And very nice. Of course, this will mean we will start taking trickle damage towards our Lord, but we will hopefully be able to save them quite quickly. And it looks like the Hawk Legion, etc. give chase to the Sepulchral Stalkers, but there's no way that they can catch them, and we can simply move the White King to continue annoying them. Looks like the enemy is also going to move its single unit of Ushabti to try to counter us here rather than together with the rest of their army. Big mistake in my opinion, as the Ushabti would add a lot of damage at the front line and maybe would be able to go after the Corpse Cart or our Lich Priest or something. It isn't gonna fly, and the enemy is even going to oblige by moving another Chariot unit in here, which we're immediately going to try to focus, and all these units are going to continue trying to annoy our White King. And we're just going to continue backing off with the Sepulchral Stalkers and attacking these Ushabti and the infantry below them as well. Alrighty. I really do like the unit, and here we go. Repositioning, and gonna keep doing that. And of course, once we run out of ammunition, we can simply charge in and also apply more anti-large, both to the chariots and the enemy Ushabti alike. Also going to move our Lich Priest in to get a little bit of a cast in, but it looks like the rest of the battle is about to be joined. Over on this side is their last chariot that wasn't caught by our gambit there, and we're going to run our Nehekara warriors towards it while the bats hit it from the back. Yeah, heard me, Slanesha. And it looks like we've got these chariots pretty much done here. And they're not going to escape. The bats are keeping them in place, and the Nehekara warriors should be able to destroy them, as these guys can't cycle charge and use their mass to screw them over. Now, granted, the enemy is going to get a little bit of heals as it activates its first use of the Realm of Souls, but that's just fine. Now the battle may be engaged, but we should be able to hold, and we're going to send our Corpse Cart wherever the fighting is thickest to help our units hold the line. And now it's just a matter of time. Granted, we also have the superior number of Nehekara warriors now, and we're getting a lot of enemy units surrounded. Remnants of those chariots being destroyed by the Lich Priest and their skeleton spears. These guys all getting hit in the back and the sides by additional units of Nehekara warriors. And of course, the biggest blob once again being held by the Corpse Cart. It looks like those chariots are done for, and we're going to get our bats off the map as they've started to disintegrate. Our Eyes of the Desert are also now charging in and are working on those Ushabti, hitting them in the back, all the while the Tomb King and Prince will work on them from the other side. Beautiful. And the single elite unit really does make a lot of difference. And honestly, in these early game battles especially, I think the ability to summon the White King also does quite a bit of good. And these guys are pretty darn decent. And they do have the access to Heroic Killing Blow and Deadly Onslaught and Flow of Battle as well. So they even get a little bit of they get a little bit of a buff. I do wish that there was a technology that we could access later into the game, like maybe a late game technology that upgraded the White Kings or this stance in general, because obviously this is going to fall off later into the game when these guys become a lot weaker. Though the sundered armor that they apply is still going to always be useful. Anyway, it looks like this flank is pretty much done. The Ushabti have fallen and all the Hawk Legion are going to be destroyed. It looks like we've actually managed to destroy 2 separate units of Hawk Legion here. So well done. That's 2 out of the 4 that the entire army had. And they committed way too much to this flank in some ways, and yet not enough in other ways. They should, if they were going to commit this much, they should have committed their Lord and a few more units to make sure that we couldn't destroy these guys so easily and had to back off. Instead, they split their army such that they got destroyed in both locations. The enemy army routs, the Lord falls to the Nehekara warriors, and the battle will be ours as soon as the summoned Ushabti from the Realm of Souls fall as well. Alrighty, too bad we don't have the Unholy Lodestone yet, but it's okay. I suppose there are several units wherein the fire bonus for the fire imbuement from the Bale Fire Corpse Guard is also going to be helpful. And plus the magical damage will help against the Coronate forces, which we will be fighting shortly as well. And there we go, down fall the Ushabti, and with that the battle ends completely ours. Very minimal losses, I think, compared to what we might have suffered, especially considering these armies were relatively evenly pitted against each other. Very nice amounts of damage on the Sepulchral Stalkers, and I think both our Lord and our hero, or heroes, I suppose, did well as well. A close victory, but I just plain don't believe it. Alrighty, I thought that was a really nice battle, an unexpectedly nice battle perhaps, because it isn't an Arkhan battle, but welcome all the same. We got decent damage on our King Jocht there, our Tomb King, and I believe the white that was following him around did about the same. Of course, as expected, and the reason that we summoned them, the heroes of this particular battle are the Eyes of the Desert, and they got nearly 50,000 damage. Quite a lot. Quite a lot. Definitely beating everybody else out, and probably, while not as much as everybody else compared, I'm willing to bet that the rest of the army together is something along the lines of 75 or so damage, 75,000 rather, maybe a little bit higher. But yeah, well done to the Eyes of the Desert. We took out those chariots because of you, we took out those Ushabti, and then after that the enemy really only had the Hawk Legion to rely upon, and frankly with Cetra gone, they can't have been... They can't have had too high of a morale. Now, we don't need to bind souls because we are in our own territory. We do still need money right now, though. We do have all of these pyramids to save up for. On the other hand, Canopic Jars, also good. 1335 is also not a crazy amount of money. On the other hand, an endless march would help us get to where we need to sooner for 2 turns, damn it. You know what, I think we're going to take Canopic Jars nonetheless. We don't take them enough, because while we need the money, we will also need plenty of Canopic Jars, and there we go, Khemri gone for good. King Jocht is on a skeleton chariot, but I think we'll keep him off of it for now, Skeletal Steed. He also is able to now worship one of the gods, but I'm not entirely sure which we're going to go with him yet. Star of the Faceless is a pretty easy pick, but we don't necessarily have to do it with the end. Ooh, magic item drop chance, that's nice. Well, Lotp could be good for us. Ward save 5% in foreign territory, but also income from all buildings. You know what? Considering the fact that we gave you Packs of Terror, you're probably going to use a fairly decent number of these units. And maybe you should be Disciple of Walat. Melee attack plus 10 for direwolves and fellbats. Honestly, it's not that strong of a buff. The Ushabti buff seems significantly stronger. And same with the Tomb Guard buff, slash chariots. I wish that the Walat was just a little bit better, but it does increase our capacity as well. And the trustworthy extra physical resistance will help our relatively fragile bats and stuff, though frankly they're probably not going to be that unfragile. Yeah, you know what, let's do that for now. He does have a bunch of Nehekar warriors right now, but we'll probably swap those out. Or maybe we'll keep them. Sunscorched Bones also buffs Tomb Guard as well. Yeah, so you're gonna go Disciple of Walat for now. Since we went into this. Alrighty, next up, you... How far can you travel in March stance? You could go to the Black Tower. You can't quite get to the Black Pyramid of Nagash, however. You are very, very close to it, though. Which would mean that King Araru could leave and go to Khemri if he wants to. Maybe the thing to do. Although if he goes to Khemri, what's the likelihood that Thorek actually moves up here? Most likely Thorek is going this way. Hard to say. You know, it'd be great if your army got stopped, but I don't think that necromancers have the ability to do this. No, they don't. Damn. I really want to get the buff for killing Thorek, but oh well. Would he fall for a bait of King Araru's army? I doubt it. It doesn't seem like he would. Oh, also King Araru. No, you know what? You are gonna stay here. I just realized that I had forgotten that we do want to get this Tomb Guard up and running as well. Alright, fine. You are going to get rid of... You have Trustworthy. You have way too many Skeleton Archers, I think. Let's get rid of a couple of those. Let's get a unit of Tomb Guard in here. And let's get a... I don't know, a Bat, a Dire Doggo. And it's gonna take too long to recruit these guys, but since you're already recruiting, you may as well get another one of these then. Let's get another Doggo. We gotta transfer some Doggos to King Jokt as well, especially since he's gone to Disciple of Walat. We could also cross him over to Gorgazan now that I think about it. But now he's holding the Eyes of the Desert for King Sanakt. Let's move everybody together then. Maybe not everybody, but let's move several units together. Alrighty, that looks good to me. Let us take a look at anybody else who needs to move. Buildings, diplomacy, and then we end the turn. You, keep sailing on down. Find us a Vlad. You... don't waste your time. You're already level 10. I would really like you to find Scarby, though. He's gotta be here somewhere. Also, let's double check if we got missions. Aha, Drakenhof Conclave. You want us to kill Arvax. Okay, we'll try to kill Arvax. Let's see if we can make that happen. Otherwise, I believe we've done the buildings, at least those that we want to build. We want to get maybe the extra casualty replenishment rate in Khemri. That actually might come in handy. We haven't been upgrading these buildings anywhere else, but since Khemri's out front right now, then we could actually benefit from it. Otherwise, I think we're good. We will still continue to collect income from the Black Tower, although extra growth could be helpful now as well. You know, and now screw it. Get the extra growth and the public order. As the Tomb Kings, this is an advantage that we should take, advantage of. Now, what do we have here? The Silver Host has survived. Khalidah's gonna kill them. How much does Khalida hate us, incidentally? We can't confederate with her unless I'm mistaken. Khalida... Here you are, Court of Libaras. Actually not as bad as I thought. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, you can become our vassal, but you can't confederate. So we will probably just be better off destroying you. How much money are you willing to give us for this now? Still only 1,000? I'm almost tempted to do it even if they'll die. Yeah, just do it. It's free money. They'll die, but it's free money. Non-aggression pact, etc. Watch them survive and then we have to kill them. I doubt it, though. Barrow Legion, yes. Military access, most definitely. And defensive alliance. That'll force us into a bunch of random wars, but I am still hoping that Chem survives. Ooh, wait, no, we can't go defensive alliance yet. If we do, we'll get vision of a bunch of enemy territories, and I don't think we can have that. Let's just go military access. Just for the increased relationship. Alrighty, who else do we have here? Military access with Mountainitas. Oh wow, there's Village. And let's see, the Drowned is still alive. We'll see for how long. Dreadfleet still wants a military alliance, but that's probably going to last for quite a while, and that's about it. Alrighty, looks like it's another end turn then. Yeah, we do probably want to try to save up 500 Canopic Jars by the time we complete Wisdom of the Second Dynasty. Maybe we'll get Rakash on the field. Income from all buildings +10 and control +2 all provinces. It seems like this is a lord that we should get as fast as possible. The control in particular will be useful, but we also do need a lord to defend these territories, as most likely the cult of Sotek is coming. And they will beeline towards us because that's what the AI does, and our garrisons are absolute trash. So we do have to keep that in mind. Anyway, let's end the turn. Alright, come on, please don't get foiled, Arkhan. If you could just get our buff from Thorek. Ah, he moved past check. He is in March stance, though, huh? I wonder if he can reach him. Barrow Legion, Kemmler, no. Not right now, maybe later. Malagor, you want to declare war. Okay, sure, Malagor, sure, go for it. Go for it, buddy. We need to take over the territories that you're holding anyway, so... And won't change matters. Alright, now let's see if we can't reach Thorek. Siege better not stop us right now. And, oh, you're moving to Springs of Eternal Life. I don't like that. Okay, we need to take it right now. You can reach Thorek. Okay, he's dead. We're just going to auto-resolve. This is nothing. And what we do want to do, though, is both Great Incantation of Tra, and we want to take the Springs of Eternal Life. So that means only you can do it, King Sanacht, so you're going to move in here right now and colonize it for us. I don't have any special things here, but that's okay. It's a little bit unfortunate that you moved away from these armies, but what can you do? You're building a Tomb Guard and other stuff, but you can still move, and you need to move towards King Sanacht, which we can do by next turn. Let's put you into Khemre for now. Arkhan, you're going to quickly auto-resolve Thorek. Like so and like so. Low casualties, I'll bet. Where were we going to put that Lichbone Pennant? We could give it to one of the Tomb Guard, for example, the Kepra Guard, and just have them do even more damage. Alright, I think I like that. Let's auto-resolve this. And let's hope that it's not a crazy amount of damage to us, because way too much, but whatever. 2.5k, yeah, we'll take that over the Canopic Jars, though. It's a very decent amount of cash. Enemy killed in battle, and this is what we wanted. Armor-piercing weapon damage +3, and magic item drop chance. It's a great buff, and frankly, it's very farm-worthy. Like, you probably want this on basically every lord. The magic item drop chance alone might be worth it, but with armor-piercing weapon damage, especially for a melee-focused army like Arkhan, quite nice. And he's got Assault Expert on top of that, and Dwarfen Dread. Don't need the Featherfoe Torque, though. Do we not have any kind of item that can go there? No. We'll probably just have to, get one out of the Mortuary Cult eventually, but we're gonna need so many more jars. We'll have to maybe spend some early jars just for auras if we can find them. I'm sure there's some nice auras. The Armor of Eternity also give us a regeneration, which might make it actually better than the Scorpion armor here. Which is kind of surprising. And this gives you ward save, whereas this doesn't. I guess Scorpion armor is more... well, it does give you more damage for a more fighty lord. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Necrotech, you leveled up, my friend, and we should give you your level. And let's get you increased mobility, I guess. Yeah. Might as well increase it further. Missile resistance for all units. Rank 7 and above. It's only 4%, but that's actually nice, especially if we make you into, well, if we keep you in this army, because this army is going to have a lot of melee troops. All right. I wasn't originally going to keep the Necrotect here, but we probably are now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pop the right of the Great Incantation of Tra, and our Great Necrotect. Or, I don't know if you have a special name, but I'm going to call you Great Necrotect. You are going to move to Qatar and hopefully colonize it at Tier 3 next turn. Springs of Eternal Life, let's get you up and running again. I guess the one thing that worries me about this place is that the dwarfs may be able to jump over. I wonder if they hold Karagarud right now. How many territories do you have, Thorek? You have 3. No, that's just the southern or Southlands World Edge Mountains then. So you're not holding Karagorud. I don't see Skaven corruption there, however, which means... Oh, the Arachnos are still alive and holding it. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I'll probably need to send somebody after Thorek as well. Now, the rest of you armies can't move. You, my friend, keep killing for Vlad, or keep finding Vlad. And let's see if there's anything else left. Head to core. Oh, right. You need to continue keeping an eye on this. I'm a little bit wary of Mr. Arvax here going for Xandri. It does have some better defenses now, or at least it has some defenses in general now, but it's still nothing crazy. You are going to build us a mortuary house, because we need the growth here quite badly. And everything else is fine. Black Pyramid of Nagash, we should also get rid of this crypt barracks relatively soon. Because we don't need it here. Well, actually, maybe we'll keep it here for now. And just continue using it as a forward base for a little while longer. Anyway, cracked land. Do we want to upgrade the funerary district? I don't think so. Frankly, we'd probably be better off getting rid of it at some point in the very near future. I'm almost tempted to upgrade this one, get rid of this one, and replace it with dyes and with another mortuary house. In fact, that's what I'm doing. Just quickly convincing myself there. Coast of Araby, you are looking good, getting ready to upgrade. Ooh, we should keep an eye on that as well. Vulture Mountain. Spend another 1,000 gold for another Tomb Guard thing. Or we could reduce the cost further. And another 1,000 gold. I'm honestly thinking that maybe we'll want to build the blood pools right now. How much money do you make? 410. Nothing crazy. But with the blood pools, and now it's still not going to be enough public order. Yeah, this place may just never collect money. Maybe we'll just use it for just full military stuff. You know what, let's build a mortuary house for now. Yes, we need more Ushabti buildings, but the growth here is so slow that it's probably worth our time. And you know what, then it's not worth switching to save a couple hundred gold. Let's just build. Alrighty, everything else looks good to me. Let's see. Ooh, Land of Assassins. You're actually fairly decent in terms of your public order. If we switch to Worship of Asaph, we can collect money. Khemri's a plus 42 because of all the armies in here right now. We could collect money for a turn. It'll make absolutely no difference. Why not? Couldn't hurt, even if it does cost us growth. These armies will be gone next turn, and speaking of next turn, we're ready. Skip, skip, and go next. Well, let's see what we're dealing with. I'm so glad that we were able to catch Thorek. I wonder how Manny's war against the Cult of Sigmar is going to go. We're going to need to turn southward towards the Cult of Sigmar soon ourselves, because they will redeclare war on us. Even after they pieced out. And Rapturous Excess, you are completely randomly going to declare war on us for no reason. Okay, sure. You're too far to actually do anything, so I don't think we care about that. Still an odd thing to do, but once again, sure game. Telia. Oh, ironically, you're going to declare war on us. Damn, we could have made a little bit of cash by joining the war with our Sartosan friends. Oh well. It does seem like a lot of factions are working on... Silver Host is done. At least we made money off them. Seems like a lot of factions are working on declaring war on us. Oh, which seems kind of odd. Mostly because we are very far away and they are doing it despite... Ah, there's Scarby. I keep interrupting myself with every thought here. And despite the fact that we have a decent amount of allies is what I was getting at. Anyway, Springs of Eternal Life. Alright, ooh, hello, Tic Tac. You're gonna take Antok. I'd really prefer you take Bagar, so that we can take it ourselves. Now, we need to figure out who we're going to send where. Arkhan, you can't reach Numas, and frankly, King Jokt can't either. Though we can send the one to attack Numas. I guess we don't need to guard this right now. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send you... Okay, we're gonna send you -1 skeleton spear. Ugh, 5 is not a lot. But we do have Ushabti in your... Oh, right, we have Ushabti in your army that we need to transfer. To who, though? Jokt is currently being built up as a user of the vampiric units. Araru I haven't decided on, but he doesn't have this as of yet. I guess he could use Ushabti. He has the extra physical resistance for them, although that might be overkill a little bit. Araru probably needs to stay back. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Jokt, you're gonna move out here. We're gonna transfer you these two... Okay, we can't reach you. Oh, actually we can, if we go into march stance. I'm gonna transfer you here. Let's put you into magical stance. Sanoct, you're gonna march stance here. And you are going to march stance as well. Arkhan. Wait, first of all, Falkdom, grab this ruin, please. Alrighty, Qatar, ready to go, and we get access to the Bright Shield Skeleton Warriors. They have golden shields, but their armor is still only at 20. Still, I do imagine they're probably better than the regular Skeleton Warriors, and more importantly, they give us canopic jars and control. But even more importantly than that, I should say far more importantly than that, is the fact that it unlocks the architecture of the White Palace technology, which is control +2 in all territories. And a little bit of extra income from cities, which is quite powerful. So we do want to essentially save up and get this as fast as possible, probably after we can reduce the cost by taking out Numas, although I just realized there's a frickin' blood ground here. Really, all the way out here? This seems like it's fairly distant, wow. Really quite annoying, in fact. Well, Arkhan, I guess you're gonna have to go north and take it. Anyway, unfortunately with that, it doesn't look like we're going to get another battle, so I think I'm going to call the episode here. And at the start of next episode, we'll join our armies together and then send them out into various territories. We'll probably send 2 north. We'll keep 1 here near El Kalabad in the Black Pyramid of Nagash to inevitably fight Volkmar, whoever needs his buff most. And then maybe we'll send 1, keep 1 around here, probably to fight the dwarfs and to protect the territory from tic-tac-toe. We'll also need to raise a 5th, but we will have it available in 5 turns, with hopefully King Rakhash at the same time for the extra control. We got a plan. Hopefully we'll get the battle with Skarbrand next episode, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.